If you think tough men are dangerous, just watch what weak men can do. And we're watching the weakest president, I think, in my time. But this guy, Biden, is corrupt. And Kamala, oh my God, she's next in line and Pelosi's next in line, so God help me. And today what's happening is Russia and China are now ganging up on the U.S. It's really a dangerous world right now. It's getting worse. But I am concerned about my fellow human being. I don't care what you are, white, left, pink, green, pink. I am concerned because 50% of Americans are broke. Inflation is going to wipe us out. We've got to know what's real today. And that's what I'm saying. We have the weak leadership in world history. America's in serious trouble. Well, there's a guy, Jordan Peterson, he's a Canadian. And he talks about, he says, you think tough men are dangerous. And Trump was a tough man. But he says, watch what weak men will do. And this guy Biden is the worst I have ever seen. The man is senile. And today what's happening is Russia and China are now ganging up on the U.S. It's really a dangerous world right now. It's getting worse. So every time you interview me, when Trump was in power, I was a bit optimistic. But now we have the weakest, most corrupt government. You know, what happened to Hunter Biden's laptop? If the FBI loses his laptop, there's something really sick inside this country. And so that's kind of what I gauge all my macroeconomics on is, where is Hunter Biden's laptop? I mean, how can the FBI lose it? We have no financial education in our schools. So that's what I'm concerned about. And every year, every time you talk to me, Danielle, I wish I had better news. But it gets worse. It just gets worse. I've been saying to people, silver is still 50% its all-time high. Of $50 is $25. But the question is, if a can of tuna is $25, what does silver go to? And that's what I'm concerned about. Inflation goes up, and the average American doesn't have $1,000. 40% of Americans don't have $1,000. And so when inflation goes up, we're going to wipe out 50% of the U.S. population. And that is when revolution starts. And so if and when, and it will come down, the stock market crashes, the 401k, the old guys like me are toast. You know, we don't have a retirement. Our pensions are bust. So what we have are three things is our treasury is out of control. We've lost it. Our entitlements are out of control. And now we're at war in the Defense Department. So our debt to GDP is out. So every time I talk to Danielle, I said, I wish I could have some good news. So that's why I did the tuna can to a silver eagle comparison. We're in trouble. Everybody talks about intrinsic value. What is intrinsic value? I can eat tuna. That's valuable. And if you're starving, I'd rather have a can of tuna than Solana. And so, you know, all these years you've known me, I'm always kind of a Rodney Dangerfield of the financial circuit. I like to make fun of things because otherwise people can't hear you. They get too serious about this. So I'm just saying that we're in serious trouble, serious, and it's getting worse. That's what terrifies me. But my concern is now revolution, because when people can't afford to eat tuna, we're going to have rioting. So it's a whole different type of bubble burst. When Biden took us off the pipeline, oil prices went up. Oil produces fertilizer. And when fertilizer is no longer cheap, people can't produce food. And the average American has nothing. 40% of Americans have nothing. Inflation is going to make them very upset. A stock market crash will bring down the baby boomers. So we're in serious, serious trouble here. So Danielle, you know, for years, I've been buying those green canisters of silver coins because the government can't trace them. I can use them for money. So I can go anywhere in the world with a silver coin and spend it. I can go with a gold coin and spend it without being traced. Not that I'm hiding anything. I'm just sick and tired of this government. I don't trust them. So I want to find out what's real. And China and Russia are now ganging up on us. We went to Venezuela and Iran to buy oil from them. And this guy Biden cuts off our oil supply. Now the thing is, Danielle, I got richer. because I produce oil. I don't invest in oil. I don't invest in Shell or Exxon and all that. I invest in oil wells. So when oil went from $30 a barrel to $130 a barrel, I got richer, but I also got more concerned for my fellow human beings. They can't afford to live at $130 a gallon a barrel oil. In my opinion, it's in this humble opinion, in 2020 when they took down President Trump, that was the corruption of our media. That's communism. I hate to say that, but I am a U.S. Marine, 2 tours in Vietnam. And I've seen what, if you understand that communists kill their own people, Mao killed his own people, Stalin killed their own people. Americans try and stop that from happening. And then our own press, I mean, I came back from Vietnam in 73, I got spit on, hit by eggs, called the baby killer. And I'm still a little bit bitter about that, but it prepared me for today. Our school system should teach us about money. Danielle, when you interviewed me, I was optimistic. We had a strong man in office. And as Jordan Peterson says, he says, if you think tough men are dangerous, just watch what weak men can do. And we're watching the weakest president, I think, in my time. I mean, Carter was pretty weak, but this guy Biden is corrupt, and Kamala, oh my God. She's next in line, and Pelosi's next in line, so God help me. That's Biden's best insurance policy he's got. I produce oil, I produce gold, I produce silver, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't play the stock market, but I am concerned about my fellow human being. I don't care what you are, white, left, pink, green, pink. I am concerned because 50% of Americans are broke. Inflation is going to wipe us out.